another walk to a calisthenics spot. At the moment, I'm in the West Park, Sofia, Bulgaria. Weather is great, not too many people. And on my way to the calisthenics spot to clear my head. Like every day, my day starts, or I want to start, 5:15. Actually, a little bit earlier today, because yesterday I slept 2 hours longer. Once in a while I do those things. I slept 2 hours longer, but I feel way much better if I'm, let's say, around 5:15, because then I can already do a boatload of stuff before I'm getting out. Because I don't know what time it is. I think it's around 11 or something. I don't know. Walking to the calisthenics spots over here in the West Park. We got two. Let me think about my words. Yes, two calisthenics spots, and I just walk between them doing my daily regime. And the reason that I'm actually chose for this location now today, not too many people, but also that I want to walk between the calisthenic spots, not running, walking, because at this very moment my body, I totally destroyed it yesterday. At least that's how it feels. But you know what? Who gives a rat's ass? And I never take days off, so, and if I'm in this kind of physical condition, then I simply take it a little bit easier, spreading the regime over a little bit, a bigger amount of time. So usually at the regime, the daily regime, 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 4 times, 3 times, 2 times, 1 time, deep dips plus knee raises, chest pull-ups plus knee raises, and the knee raises hanging and or on one side of the parallel bars, crossed with my arms over the knee raises. A lot of side knee raises, but you can see that in my calisthenics playlist. And at the moment I'm actually realizing that there's almost no wind, which is always great no matter what country you're in. At the moment I'm in Sofia, Bulgaria. So for example, when I'm in Malta, in January, sometimes in January in Malta it feels colder than in Bulgaria. Surrounded by sea pretty much all over Malta. And in combination with the wind, it can feel very, very, very cold. Especially also in the houses. Everything, the majority of houses, or can I say all the houses are built with limestone over there. Anyway, totally irrelevant information. I'm trying to avoid people. They start to pop up here and there. I always try to avoid people. It's not because I'm scared or anxious or all that stuff. Simply to respect their privacy. So total different reason. Because, like I always say, I think you can make or walk into any kind of group of people and create great content by making them angry. But I'm not like that. Anyway, let's enjoy the piece. A little bit overloaded from all the stuff. Sometimes, I'm trying to gather my thoughts. I need to reorganize. There's a lot of stuff that is going on externally, multiple countries. Here and there some adversities that needs professional guidance, and in the end I need to make the decisions. decisions. But fortunately, I'm not alone. And is it all about disaster? No. But like I always say, if you go outside the 9 to 5 box, you're gonna deal with adversities that most people not run into. And especially when you're gonna start running outside the normality box. Then the level of adversity becomes sometimes governmental and that kind of stuff. But you know what? We're ready. We're always ready. And one post I actually said also, adversity never sleeps. But our blueprint is made to receive a lot of hits and will survive. Simply because I learned over the decades. At 47, doing everything from the phone. Started at 11, knocking on a door. Can I clean your bicycle? For 5 gulden. It was in Holland. At that time we had the gulden. For 5 gulden. That very nice golden coin. Or bronze looking coin. Thick. And the first time that it actually worked out, I thought, wow, people actually gonna give me money. Well, that ignited something. But anyway, not getting too deep in this one. In the meantime, enjoying the walk. And it's not about that I'm enjoying walking in the park like a normal person. I just enjoy the fact that I'm not, let's say, suffering on the steel yet. So it's more avoidance, but still slowly walk towards the calisthenics spot. But I know what's coming. I know what is coming. Because when I just wiggle my body a little bit now, I cannot figure out which body part doesn't hurt. So, but it's always maybe 48 hours, then, you know, then it's also done deal. That's also one of the reasons that I don't believe in days off. Of course, you can avoid the pain and maybe you would grow faster or whatever, but I train for resilient mind and character building, and the rest is just, I think, positive collateral damage. Anyway, let's take a lookie. I'm actually now thinking over here. Over there is one calisthenic spot, but I want to go first to the colorful one. Sometimes I also choose the calisthenic spot based upon my own mood. That means, do I want to go to a colorful one of between the trees, or do I want to go to a rusty one? Doing it, yes or not, never depends on my mood, because we have to do it anyways. I don't know if you ever watched my vlogs before. I see the steel, calisthenic steel, as it symbolizes life. Doesn't care whether you do it or not. It symbolizes the majority of people. They wouldn't care if you do it or not. They wouldn't care if you die with lung cancer. And if they do, it's only for a short amount of time. Seen it. I have seen people who died of drinking too much, but great men. And not only great men, those great men had nice, quote unquote, nice people around them. But one person, when he went off the planet, they on the funeral, they were actually deciding where the cars are going. So then I think, yeah, okay, nice people you got around. They're just waiting till it's done deal. So test the people around you. I always hammer on this one. Test them. not with little tiny things, real things. So why can I talk like this? Well, I got tons and tons of situations, but one of the things, and I'm always grateful for it, I never speak like a whiny little baby about stuff. But when I was 30, so that's more than 17 years ago, when I lost everything, well, the amount of people that opened their doors, pretty much zero. But I never blamed anybody. I also don't have any emotion about it, but it learned me a lot, or it taught me a lot, or maybe I took the right lessons from it. It shaped me and also pushed me faster forward, because I'm also, when I was 30, when I lost everything, I did not know anything about the whole internet thing. So I walked the way of traditional people, traditional business people, although I was always different thinking, because I also never only operated in my own location. At one point, driving every single day 500, 700 kilometers a day, which also made me aware. At one point I got very anxious about it, because you need the car, you need the location of your stores, you need too much. My business models, you don't need to do anything. And I also made a statement: you can make 10,000 sales without breaking a sweat. It wouldn't. I can sleep. The thing is, and I'm sharing those strategies. Those strategies can actually start used by a 12-year-old. The only thing that you need to do is put in the work, which is mainly adapting, because that means you start with a very simple offer, and everything that I bring to the table is a win-win situation, and it will only pay off when you perform. So there's no better structure, I think, of working with businesses, because you only bring value to the table. The only thing, when you get in this kind of, let's say, strategies, business structures, it requires every day increasing your knowledge, increasing the speed of your thinking. And that's why I train the way I train. Not because I want to look in the mirror with perfect lighting and swallow up the stuff, and then tell people how nice and cozy it was in the gym. We simply over here 18 hours per day to perform. Nothing more, nothing less. And we're almost done over here in Bulgaria, and then we move. And it's, for me, simply scouting the planet for talent and people who are willing to put in the work. Just make a decision whether you do it or not. Life doesn't care. I don't care. But the only reason that I care is that I don't surround myself anymore with, now let's label them in the most negative way possible, losers who act like losers. Losers who keep on coming up, they are in my eyes winners. So it's not about you're a loser, that's a bad thing. You're only, let's say, a real loser when you stop trying. And the majority of people get discouraged pretty fast. And I believe, and the universe, start testing people a little bit. Let's drop a little bit this, let him have his love, let him lose his love of his life. Let's see what he's gonna do, how he's gonna act or react. And if you keep on swirling in the past, the universe thinks, oh, you know what, this person is so weak, if we hit him with another thing, then he would hang himself. Simple, that's how I think. Nobody knows for sure, obviously, but that's how I think. The more adversities, the stronger you can get, or give up, or sit in the corner and cry about everything, and then cry 10 years later about your ex, how horrible she treated you. Yeah, and then in the end, because you don't get over it, you attract only the same characters, and then You still send some flowers on Christmas and I don't know what. And I can say this because one person, one person actually told me proudly that he did send flowers to his ex of more than 5 years. That ex was 5 years, and this person, keep in mind, is 1 year older than me, 48. So yeah, I think if you're at 48, then the universe took it very easy on you. Because if you, with your mind at 48, swirling in the past, well, that is all fun, but then it's done deal. It's done deals. You don't move on. You don't move on. You close the doors of very nice opportunities. The opportunities maybe to think a little bit more abundant regarding, finding a spouse, if that's very important. For some people, I see they really do, go overboard with needy behavior. Well, I think that's the opposite of actually finding somebody. But I think in general, if you act from a needing standpoint, then there will be a lot of tests on your way to make you stronger. Anyway, there are more and more people popping up, trying to avoid. Okay, this person goes over the bridge. It's also a little game. Maybe I should turn this in a game. That when people find me, I'm gonna give them a 1 hour session on their phone. Actually, I thought about to gamify a little bit my walking around. Okay, now I'm just pointing the camera towards the trees because from the left side there's somebody coming and from the right side. Okay, they don't make it easier now. What day is it? It's Saturday, huh? Oh look, squirrel. Let's concentrate on the squirrel. The squirrel is not getting paranoid. I don't know if you can see it. Where is it actually? I think it's over there. It's over there. Man, people are keep on coming. Okay, maybe it's also time to close this live stream. Maybe I will pop it up once I arrive safely at the calisthenics spot, because people are waking up from their hangovers and I don't know what. By the way, when it's about hangovers, just push it through. It's always nice, that extra load of pain. Anyway, I'm gonna close it because I don't want to look like a paranoid idiot here in the park. Ciao for now.